All right. All right, Deepak, your doubt is whether it is regular batch or fast track. It's a regular batch, not fast track. We are going to have 3 hours every alternate days, and the classes are going to happen till September also. Okay, so it's a regular batch. It is not a fast track batch. So I'll start off once again, friends. Good morning, everyone. As I told you, we need to have a win-win agreement between you and me. You should win. I should also win. Only then, together as a team, we will be able to create a strong synergy. So as I already asked you earlier, why have you come for this class? The objective is to score more than 70 marks in the SFM paper. For that, we have to work as a team. You should do your best. I should do my best. Together as a team, we should be able to create amazing results. So now, you will tell the faculty what I should do. I will tell you as students what you should do. Together as a team, we will definitely win-win. All right. So let us start with the faculty first. As students, please tell me what I should do so that you can score more than 70 marks in your SFM paper. Whatever you tell me, I will write down on the board, and this will be our agreement between you and me. Whatever I write down over here and I commit to it, I will do it for this batch. Okay. So tell me, friends, what should the faculty do so that you can score more than 70? Kiran, you can talk also at the same time. You can also, interact with me. If you want, you can just raise your hands. All right. Cover all the ICAI sources. So point number one, cover all the ICAI sources. Excellent. Maximum coverage, conceptual problems. 1 minute, I'll write down. Concept should be clear. You want maximum problems to be solved in the class also. Tests. All right, tests. Compact 50-page theory book. Okay, good point. Compact 50-page theory handout. All right. Concept with all the questions. Perfect. Concept clarity for real life practice. Perfect. I have written down these points. Any other points? Revision advice. Did you mean how to revise 1 day before the exam? Is that what you're asking me to do, right? Okay, ODBE, that's 1 day before the exam. Perfect. I'll write down that here. ODBE. Okay. At least 2 exams like ICAI, is it? Okay, 2 exams like ICAI. Excellent. Fine. Capsule format. Okay. Then revision while preparation also. Very good point. Revision while preparation. Okay. Then any other points, friends? I'll give you 1 more minute. 30 seconds left. Mistakes to avoid. Amazing. Mistakes. All right. Then shortcuts for theory. Okay, I call it as a paraphrasing technique. I'll write down that here. Paraphrasing technique. All right. 10 seconds, friends. Try solving all RTPs. Okay. RTP coverage. All right. Question paper analysis. That's a good point. We can do that. November 21 question paper. Danny, if that is the case, why will you attend my class here? Whole purpose will be destroyed. Okay, I'm the guru. I should give you what? Definitely, Satish, I will give you from my side whatever is there. But student feedback is very, very important because I take at my level, you go at a different level. We both will not be traveling in the same direction. Okay. Presentation in the exam. Very good point. All right. 3 seconds left, friends. And I don't have any more space to write over here also. 3, 2, 1, over. All right. I will now tell you, based on what you have shared with me, how my approach for the class will be. Okay. Initially, okay, what I will do is, as you told, my focus is going to be on the concept. Friends, if you don't understand what you're doing, if you don't get to know what is the logic of what exactly you're working out, then there is absolutely no use. You will simply learn something, by heart something, exam something comes, you will lose out. I will give you concepts first. I will give you some stupid examples, some stupid stories. With these stories, you will be able to understand SFM better. Once you get a good grip on this subject and once you get the logic, I will directly crack exam questions. Okay. So for these exam questions, what I will be doing is, I will be providing you with a material. This material will consist of only the best of the questions which are there in your study material, past examination questions, or the old syllabus practice manual also. Alright. So once we cover all these questions, you will be 90% done with the problem solving. After this, what we will do, we will start cracking the study material problems. Friends, in fact, I have already taken all the videos on all the study material problems already. So what I will be doing is, we will first do the easy questions will be given to you as homework, so we don't waste our time in the class. The tough ones, we will do it in the class. Easy ones, I will provide you all the video lectures along with the class and give you as homework. You do and come next day in the class, what we will do, we will discuss. So those videos will also be uploaded in the app. So for example, if Thursday my class is there, next class is happening on Saturday. Thursday I am covering a chapter called as portfolio management. Thursday what I will do, once the class is over, additional study material easy problems video will be uploaded. Tough problems we will do in the class. Like that, easy ones we will not have to waste much time in the class. We will do the core tough problems which are very much relevant from the exam perspective. So what we will do, first we will learn the concept. After learning the concept, we will directly take it to the examination questions. We will link it. So concept you get the practical exposure, and once you get this, next thing what we will do is, we will attack the problems. So you will learn all the problems. Like this, once all the problems are done, after this, we will try keeping a test. This app is also having test features, friends. You want me to write in the middle? You are unable to see that you have written. Hold on, let me check. Everything is visible over here for me. It should be visible for you also. Your screen should not be compromised. Let me check. Okay, it is visible, right? Ebin John, just check. It's visible. It is supposed to be visible, because when I use the entire class, I will use the entire board. I will not be remembering it always. Okay, just check. There must be something wrong with your browser. Otherwise, check with Abhilash. He will support you out in that. So first we do the concept, then we do the examination questions in the class, then we will arrange for a test. Test part is something what I have not done in my previous classes, friends. I'm going to test it, experiment it for the first time in this class. All right. So you have to support me in that. Initially, maybe the test might not go very smooth, but I will make sure that by the time the whole thing gets over, you get proper test material, you write the exams properly, and we complete it thoroughly. This app is actually having features of, hold on, friends. Still there is some problem. Hold on. Let me check. There should not be a problem. Hold on, can I just bring it down a little bit? Now can you see, just confirm? I have brought it down a little bit. Perfect. All right. So once we conduct these tests, okay, we will try getting these tests valued either by a third person, or we will do the discussion in the classroom itself, where you can do a self-evaluation. So we can understand how the markings are going to come from the exam perspective. After the test is done, chapter wise we are done. And as you told, once the entire thing gets over, we will keep 2 mega exams. Alright. So once we do these 2 mega exams, definitely you will be all ready for the November 21 examination. You can just go there and crack the exam at its best. So I believe I have covered the first point that you have mentioned over here. Cover all ICA sources. Yes. By the time I cover my material and the study material, RTP, everything will be covered. I will show it to you. You can check it for yourself. And even the past question papers are all, the questions as far as SFM is concerned are very, very much repeated. As you know, when you cross check with SCMP, SCMP is something which is coming out of the box. SFM, the questions are much more predictable. Then I told you I will cover the concept. We will do maximum problems in the class. I will not go very fast. I want to ensure that whatever I take, everybody follows. Okay. So if you are able to follow and the pace is comfortable, you can tell me. I will increase the speed. Okay. But if there are even a 5% of the class who says that I am going fast, I will slow down, because everybody should understand. That's very, very crucial. I spoke about test. Theory, I will give you a book. Already a book is available with me, but I want to update it with the new syllabus. I will do that, and we will give you the theory compact material, so you can do a very simplified short learning from the material also. Okay. Then what is the next thing that's given over here? Revision advice. That is one day before the exam. I will tell you how to do that on the last day of my class. Presentation, very, very important. My whole class from the beginning till the end will focus on only one thing: how to present your answers correctly. I will give you one particular style of presentation which you will use from the beginning till the end of your class. That way it becomes very easy for you to learn the entire concepts and take it forward. Okay. I already mentioned about 2 exams like ICAI. One capsule format you will have to do, which I call it as a formula summary. This you should make with your own hands. If I give you, you won't get that kind of a grip. I will give you the overview in the beginning chapters, but like that, every chapter you will have to make a formula summary as on your own. That will become your short notes, which you can use for your class purpose. Alright. Next thing. What is the next thing told over here? Revision while preparing. Every day morning, once I start my class, I will first start with revising what was taken on the previous day. So you get a good grip and you can actually crack it easily. I hope everybody is clear with that part. Next one, mistakes. I will make you do many mistakes in the class, and I will help you to clear those mistakes also. Last one, theory, how to study. I will show you that using a technique called as paraphrasing technique. So friends, these many things I will do from my side. Now as students, what are you supposed to do? Okay, I'm going to put those points over here. First one, attend regularly. Very, very important, friends. This is the most important things as far as the online class is concerned. When I go and take classes in Bangalore, Chennai or Kochi, what I normally do is it's a 10 days intensive class. People don't miss the class. So 10 days things get over. I take a 100-hour lecture there. So they attend the class consistently. That gives a huge advantage. Regular class, you might be having some articleship out on it. Something or the other will come. You will start giving less priority to the class. Please don't do that. One class you miss, next day what I take, you won't be able to follow. Especially in the online, now there is a psychological advantage. Recordings are available. You can view the class later. So many students, they come to me after the class gets over. Sir, due to articleship, I couldn't attend your class. Can I get the recorded lectures now? See, what happens is, if you are doing like that, maybe you will be able to attend the classes later, but the flow is gone. If you were attending a face-to-face real class, you have to study it there itself. You don't have any recordings later on. That puts pressure on your mind. You learn it, then you finish it then itself. This way, you will start procrastinating. Please don't do that. Try your 100% level best to attend the class. If you miss the class, evenings you are having time, night you are having time, somehow sit, study it so that you come prepared for the next day class. Are you all thoroughly clear with this part now? First one. Second and the most important thing, whatever questions we do in class, okay, you have to work out those questions at home 2 times without looking. This is very, very important. At the end of this class, I will talk about a guy called Shanil Usman, how he used this technique and how this technique helped him to, become a chartered accountant. Our brain has got 2 layers. One is called the conscious mind and the other one is called as the subconscious mind. What you're listening to me right now, you're listening with a conscious mind. But only those things which goes deep down your subconscious mind are the ones which will remain with you permanently. CA syllabus, whatever you learn, it should not be a temporary memory, it should be a permanent memory. In the middle of the sleep also, if I ask you a question, you should be able to answer it. For that, this is the second most important thing. Work out every question 2 times without looking. Everybody clear with this? Attend regularly, uh, work out every problems 2 times without looking, and whatever doubts you're having, let it be a silly doubt or let it be a major doubt, please ask these doubts. So I do my part, you do your part. As a team, we will surely win, score more than 17 SFM, get an exemption. This might be a paper due to which you can score a rank in the exam also, and this might be a paper which might help you to cover up for some 40 marks that you get in some other paper also. Alright, can you write down this in the first page of your notebook? Aman already wrote, others have you written? Let everyone write. I'll just check if some students are still facing any difficulty in the meanwhile. Jnani has wrote. Let others also write. Many must have just been listening. They must be not writing. Hold on. Friends, please don't worry if some of you are not able to attend the class. The recordings are available. You will be given the recording. Okay. Shweta, you want to know the flow of the class, is it? See, Shweta, I will be taking the easy chapters first. Like I'll start with the basics, security evaluation. So the easy topics will get over. Once I'm done with the basics, then I will go to portfolio management, mutual funds. After that, we'll do mergers, international finance. Then I will do derivatives. And then we will do the old syllabus topics. We have old syllabus students also here, right? Old syllabus students, please message and confirm that you are also here. Alright. Once you're done writing, please type and let me know that you're done, so I can go to the next page. Excellent. I believe everybody is done with this now. Okay. So now just write down below this. I promise to follow the above rules strictly and without fail, and put your signatures over there. Okay. So by doing so, you are committing to the contract between you and me. With this, we can positively start with today's class. Okay, Sophia, for old syllabus students, we will have extra classes, okay? There are some topics exclusively for old, not relevant to new, okay? Those will be taken separately. I believe you are done with this. Can we start with the session now? Friends, one more thing before I start. I want all of you to maintain 2 books. The first book is what I will call it as the concept book, okay? And the second book is what we will call it as the practical book. In the concept book, I will only give you the logic of every formula, of every concept that is practically applicable to you. Here we will do only the problems. So one day before the exam, okay, you can work out the problem book maybe one day before the exam, but this is something which will be very important to you 1 hour before the exam. Okay, so please maintain these two books. Everybody clear? Shall we start with today's session now? So write down in your books chapter number 1, basics. I am going to start my class with a basic assumption that you students are not familiar with the basic concepts also. So we will start from the scratch. Okay. Concept number 1, we will start with the concept which you have learned called as net present value. Okay. I will now tell you how our communication will happen. First, I will explain to you. I will write down everything on the board. At that time, you need not write. You can just listen to what I say. And then I will give you some time to write down on your own. So like that, what will happen is when I'm speaking, you can fully concentrate on what I'm doing. And then you will get time to write down on your own. It will become like listening once, writing second time. It gives you better understanding. Everybody clear? Now for this purpose, I will take one person from this classroom. Let me take Bhaskar Manjula. Assume Bhaskar is starting a new business. What business is Bhaskar starting, friends? Can you tell me? Give me some ideas of what business Bhaskar can start. Everyone please interact. Mask business. Now everybody is into mask business only, is it? Okay, let us assume because of COVID etc. he is into mask business. Okay. Now when you talk about mask business, what is the investment required in mask business? Come on, tell me. How much is what is the main investments required in a mask business? You need some space where you need to actually have the manufacturing unit. You need the fabric, correct, and you need some stitching device, right? All together, what will be the investment value? Exactly, Ashish. There is going to be investment in stock, investment in space will be there, labor. Yes, labor cost is not investment. It is a maybe initial 1 month or 2 months labor cost can be treated as working capital. I agree with you. Machine is required. Altogether, tell me a number. How much will be the investment Bhaskar will do in the mask business? Come on. 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs, is it? Let me round it off to 5 lakhs. After he does this business, okay, after he invests 5 lakh rupees, assume that he's keeping the life of this business as 1 year. So in this 1 year, what will he do? He will produce, all these sanitary masks, and then what he will do? He will try selling these masks to the people outside. He will have sale, he will have expense. Finally, he will be making some cash profit. We will take a fresh page. He will make a cash profit. Assume he made a cash profit of 2 lakhs. Okay. Apart from that, what he will do now, 1 year is over, he wants to shut down his business. So he will have a salvage value also over there. Let us assume the salvage value what he will have will be around 5 lakhs is invested. He will get back his rent deposit, etc. Assume he gets back 4 lakh rupees after 1 year. My question to you is what is the name? Is Bhaskar happy or sad with this business? Come on, interact and tell me. Is he happy or is he sad? Annapurnam says sad. Alita says happy. Diksha says sad. Depends on time value of money. Apurva, what do you mean by time value of money? Rumeza is happy. Depends on his expectation. Okay. Based on the expected profit. What is his expectation? Okay, now you tell me. What is his expectation? Tell me some percentage. Compare with the fixed interest rate, is it? Okay. 15% is what Arjun is saying. So, logically, I will explain to you all these terminologies separately. This is what some of you call it as time value of money. Okay. Some people call it as discount factor. Some people call this as expectation. You have multiple terminologies for the same thing. Okay. So assume the time value of money turns out to be 15 percentage. How this came, etc., I will tell you the logic after this, or maybe I'll tell you in the next session. Right now, let's understand that 15% is the time value of money. So, what do you normally do? You will draw a table here, cash flow, discount factor, discounted cash flow. Year 0 his investment is 5 lakhs. Year 1 he is getting 2 lakhs of cash profit. Again year 1 he is getting 4 lakh of salvage value. 15% is the discount factor. It will turn out to be 1 over here. And you will get the answer as 0.869. 0.869. Okay, so you get the number over here as how much? 5. What is 2 into 0.869? 1.738. 4 into 0.869, 3.476. So 1.738 plus 3.476 minus 5, you get the answer as plus 0.214. Okay, so since NPV is positive, you would say he is happy. Now I'll tell you the logic of this everything separately. Right now what I'm trying to say here is that NPV is nothing but it is present value of cash inflow minus what? Present value of cash outflow. This is the formula for NPV. Can you write down this one by one now? I will show you each and every page. Once you're done with this, you just tell me I'm done. I will go to the next page. I'll slow down, okay? Done. Speed is very sensitive. If I go too fast, some students might not understand, so I will be very, very slow. It's okay if it takes some extra time, but I cannot go fast, okay? Alright friends, I believe you're done with page number 4 also. Now I will go to the practical concept of what is NPV. This we have learned, something we have put and we have got the answer. I told you the terms over here is present value of inflow and present value of outflow. So the highlighted term over here is present value and the other one is what I call it as inflow, or we can use the terminology outflow. Okay, so let me explain these points to you now. You can write down inside the main concept of NPV sub concept number 1, cash flow. Friends, when we do this mask business, this, are we focusing on profits or are we focusing on cash flows? Can you please tell me? Ratna says both. Ashish says cash flow. Harsh says cash flow. Friends, we focus on cash flow. Ideally, the P&L account profit what you create is not something what is actually right. It is correctly said by someone that if you give one trial balance to 10 accountants, they will give you 11 profits. Everybody has got their own different perspective. But every business has one thing in common, which is their cash flow, money. Finally, everybody wants money. That is why people are doing business. Now in sanitary mask business, he has got high sales, high profit, but entire sales is on credit. No money coming to his pocket. Is there any purpose of he being happy? No. We should focus only on cash flow. We should not focus on profits. So how do you calculate the cash flow is the question. When I did this problem, I used the word cash profit. I did not use the word, simply I didn't use the word profit. I told he's going to make a cash profit of 2 lakhs. Am I right? Let me now come over here again and explain to you. This has a formula. The formula is profit after tax. Add back depreciation and all other non-cash item minus capital expenditure. Okay, minus additional working capital. This is the formula for cash flow. I will give you an example. Suppose the profit of a company is 100 lakhs. Okay, this 100 lakhs is after reducing the depreciation also. Correct. So what do I have to do now? I have to add back depreciation. Suppose the depreciation turns out to be 10 lakhs minus this company is investing in a new building. Cash is going from my hand. As an investor, I will not get money back. Am I right? So let us say 50 lakhs I am investing in a building. That money is gone. That is also an outflow. I should reduce. Minus additional working capital. Friends, additional working capital I will explain to you later. For timing, you understand every business is having two types of working capital. Temporary working capital, permanent working capital. When you're doing business, you need to have some minimum stock kept in your business. If earlier you kept stock of 10 lakhs, this year you need stock of 12 lakhs. Extra how much money is gone? 2 lakhs is gone. That also should come over here. So let us assume for time being the additional cash flow is 5 lakhs. So if I do like this, 100 lakhs profit, 10 lakhs non-cash item, I'll add back 110 minus 50 will give me 60 lakhs. So my cash flow turns out to be how much? 55 lakhs. This cash flow is what is actually relevant. Can you write down this in your books now, friends? All right, friends, are you all done with this part now? Can we go to the next one now? All right. So now, once you're done with cash flow, subconcept number two, I will write down additional working capital. Let me explain this part to you. Additional working capital. Okay, tell me a name of any gold showroom that you are familiar with. Which is your favorite gold showroom? Kalyan Jewelers, is it? Okay, let us talk about Kalyan Jewelers. Assume this is Kalyan Jewelers first shop. I will call this as shop number one. Okay. Now this is year one. Year one they are having shop number one. Year two, Kalyan became famous. So Kalyan has started one more shop. I will call this as shop number two. Okay, shop number two is a bigger shop. Understood? Shop number one, the moment you enter, you will see, assume these are all dolls. Okay, assume. I am very bad at drawing, my dear friends, but still I try drawing because you need to understand what I am trying to do here. These dolls, why will they keep these dolls in a showroom? Okay, they will wear around their neck all jewelry, they will wear bangles, etc. Here also this fellow will be wearing a jewelry. This is basically when we enter the showroom, the moment we see, wow, there are two dolls kept, two dolls are wearing, let us say, some necklace. We will see that we like the necklace, we can ask the salesman, I want this necklace. That is the purpose of keeping, these dolls in this showroom. Give me an approximate value of how much will be the jewelry on the showpiece. Basically, the moment you enter a gold showroom, they will have, let us say, in my example, there are only two dolls. For time being, I am keeping it that way. These two dolls are wearing two necklaces. What will be the selling price of one gold necklace? Can you tell me approximately? Fine, I'll take the number as 10 lakhs. Alright, now what happened? Kalyan has become famous. Next year, Kalyan has opened one more shop, shop number two. In shop number two, Kalyan will now have how many dolls? Kalyan will have three dolls. Now these three dolls will be wearing jewelry 1, jewelry 2, jewelry 3. From here I presume per jewelry is 5 lakhs. Here extra how much jewelry will come now? 15 lakhs extra will come. Does this mean this jewelry will be removed? No. This is what I call it as permanent working capital. So earlier if there were two dolls having 10 lakhs worth jewelry, here it will be another 15 lakhs jewelry. So if you take the total, year 1 you have only 10 lakhs. Year 2 your working capital becomes 10 lakhs plus 15 lakhs. Do I get the answer as 25 lakhs over here now? Am I right? So the additional working capital over here turns out to be how much? Additional working capital will be 15 lakhs. I hope everybody is clear with this part. Can you draw this picture in your books now? I will come in a minute. Just draw this picture in the meanwhile. I think Razik is done. Ashish is done. Samit, Archana Pai, Nutan, Rumeza, Arjun, perfect. Excellent. So I'm just giving you the theory of this. What additional working capital means is total working capital. I'll write down the formula over here. Additional working capital is equal to total working capital in year 2 minus total working capital in year 1. Okay. Now here what we are talking about only permanent working capital, because fund gets blocked here, because fund gets blocked here. Okay, can you write down this in your books now? What is the term 25 lakhs? You didn't understand this term 25 lakhs. I will explain that to you. See, already year 1 you are having 10 lakh of jewelry. You cannot remove the jewelry from the doll. Am I right? Year 2 you will have shop 1 also, you will have shop 2 also. So in shop 1 you will need 10 lakhs of jewelry, and shop 2 you will need 15 lakhs of jewelry. Total jewelry will become how much now? It will become 25 lakhs. Ratna, there are two ways in which you have a very good doubt. Will the working capital be there only when there is additional activity? Two things. Suppose Kalyan is having one shop, but one shop sales are going up like crazy. So they decide to keep 3 more dolls over there. Even then, the working capital requirement might go up. Second one, if they're expanding to a new unit, or in that case also, you will have additional working capital. Friends, if you want to ask your doubts orally, you can raise your hands, okay? I hope you are all familiar with that. The moment you raise hands, I will accept. You can talk to me also. If you feel chatting is uncomfortable, you can interact and speak to me also on a real-time basis, okay? Please write down this and finish it off, friends. All right, Samit is done. Perfect. I think others are also done. Can I go to the next page now? So we learned the concept of additional working capital. Now you write down sub concept number 3. Okay, discount factor. This is another important point that we need to learn. Discount factor. In my example, who was a great person who was doing the sanitary mask business? Bhaskar, am I right? Bhaskar, you told the discount factor is going to be 15%. Practically, now let's not learn theoretically, let us learn practically. Tell me practically, how will I find out the discount factor of a particular person? Is it given in the newspaper? Hold on. Is my class getting stuck? Wait. I think my video got hanged in my phone. Can you all hear me clearly? 1 minute. Can you all hear me clearly? It's all clear, right? So maybe that that hanging was only in my phone in that case. I'm continuing with my class now. You don't see the discount factor in the newspaper. Do you? In only question papers we have seen discount factor. In real life, how do I track the discount factor? I want to know the discount factor of Bhaskar. Friends, discount factor is actually nothing but it is the opportunity cost. Okay. When I talk about opportunity cost, I will explain to you. Bhaskar is actually having the following options available with him. Okay. Option 1, which is available with Bhaskar, is that he can actually put the money in bank. Am I right? If he puts the money in bank, let us say he will get 6% FD rate. Option 2, instead of putting the money in bank, he can put the money in his father's business. If he puts puts the money in father's business, he will get, let us say, 15% return. Option 3, what he has is he can put the same money in mask business. Now he will think, how much return will I expect from my mask business? So he will say, I have the same money. If I put in my father's business, I will get 15 percentage. But if I put the same money in mask business, I should at least expect how much percentage over here? 15 percentage. This is how practically discount factors are actually derived. It is all based on one terminology, investors' expectation. I want all of you to talk out, even though I might not be able to hear you. Repeat this word. Discount factor is investors' expectation. 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 So as an investor, I will see the different places where I can put my money. If I put my money in bank 6, if I put my money in father's business 15, so if I put in mass, at least I should get, at least I should get how much percentage? I should get 15 percentage. So that becomes my discount factor. Can you write down this in your books now?
So small query regarding additional small query regarding additional working capital, sir. Is it audible, sir? If Bhaskar gets 6 lakhs as a cash flow and if he invests the same amount elsewhere, then cash inflow will become zero, right, sir? Then why are we ignoring the additional working capital in taking decisions, sir? If Bhaskar gets 6 lakhs as cash inflow,
Yes, sir. It's an assumption, sir. In sale of the mask business, sir, at the end of year one. Yes, sir. Meanwhile, during the year, he invested 5 lakhs in elsewhere, sir. Now the cash inflow for considering this NPV will become 1 lakh, right, sir? But we are taking decisions without considering that 5 lakhs which is generated in the same business, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acha. Okay, sir. Acha. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you a lot.
I will now ask you one question. Now, Hashir goes to Kalyan Jewelers. Hashir is going to Kalyan Jewelers. Hashir is going and telling, okay, two dolls are there. I like this jewelry. Please give me the jewelry. Fine. Kalyan Jeweler will sell you the jewelry. Now tell me, will those two dolls be kept there without any extra jewelry on them? They will require extra jewelry. So the moment Hashir purchases the jewelry worth 10 lakhs, which is taken from the doll, two new jewelries will go and get stuck there. So can I not say that 10 lakh rupees is always blocked because they have kept two dolls over there? Yes or no? Please confirm that you have understood this part, Hashir. Perfect. So that is why I say that the fund is getting blocked. Everybody clear with this part now? Okay. I'm now going to the next concept. We have learnt about NPV. We have learnt about additional working capital. We have learnt about cash flow also. Am I right? And we learnt about NPV. Excellent. Now I'll go to the next concept. Or wait friends, it's 8:10 now. Have you all understood whatever has been taken so far? Let's take a short break. Friends, every day my class will be 6:30 to 8 o'clock will be session 1. Okay. And then you will have 8:15 to 9:30 will be session 2. Okay. In this I'll take class till 9:15 only, and then the remaining time I'll be discussing, revising whatever we have done, or I will be sharing some motivational stories which inspires me a lot. Everybody is clear? Can I ask you questions? Can I directly allow you to speak? No, right? Only if you raise your hands I can ask you to speak, is it? No, that's a drawback of this app here. I need to check that. Okay, let me just ask simple questions to all of you. One by one I'll catch someone. Whom should I catch now? Ebin John, please raise your hands. Wait, before that I have a doubt here. Arjun, can we use any abbreviation in exam for saving time? CFDF, don't use it, Arjun. It's all risky. Some values, will be okay. If I am the valuer, I'll be okay. But some old values will be there. They are very, very, particular about all these small things. They'll simply harass you. So whom did I ask the question? Ebin John. Hi Ebin, can you hear me?
Yeah, sir.
Ebin, just a simple question. Tell me what is the formula for NPV?
Present value of inflow minus present value of outflow.
Excellent, Ebin. Thank you so much. Let me catch somebody else now. Anju S, raise your hands. I think the voice is not audible. Is it only for Hashir or is it not audible for everybody? Can you please tell me? I'm just trying to check if whatever we have learned, you're able to interact with me. That's what I'm testing right now. It's audible. Hashir, just increase your mic volume. Maybe that's why you were not able to hear it. Okay. Next one, I asked somebody. Anju S, are you there? Raise your hands. My dear friends, Anju is sleeping. Somebody wake her up. Okay, so Anju is not there. Shanzia, raise your hands. Okay, Shanzia is there. Hi Shanzia, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shanzia, what is the formula for cash flow?
Profit after tax plus depreciation minus capital expenditure minus additional working capital.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank you,
Shanzia.
sir.
This is good here. I can catch and I can find out the people who are sleeping. Anju, I'll note down her name and I'll catch her later. I wish this app could actually provide people who are active but who are not, studying properly. I'll catch the next one. I'll catch one more guy. Indu Rekha, please raise your hands up. This will make people alert, no? That's good. Hi Indu, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Hi, sir.
Okay, Indu, can you tell me the meaning of the word discount factor?
It is investor's expectation, sir. It is nothing but
Investors.
opportunity cost.
Excellent, excellent. I gave an example. Can you please elaborate that example?
It is if we had invested the same amount in some other business, what would have been our return?
Perfect. 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 I think you have told it correctly. Thank you so much, Indulekha. That was a wonderful reply. All right. So I think everybody has understood whatever has been taken. Okay. So my request to all of you friends, please be alert. Suddenly I will randomly catch somebody to ensure that you are not only attending the class, you are also understanding what I am taking. Okay. Shall we take a break now, friends? Yeah. Let's take a 15 minutes of break. I will end this class and I will start a new class. There are some technical issues being the first day, so please cooperate. It will take 1 or 2 days time. After that, it will be absolutely smooth. You will have no difficulties at all with the way the classes are going on. Okay. So see you after 15 minutes of break, friends. See, get back at around 8. Now it's 8:12. Around 8:30, we will start with the next session. Okay. Thank you so much, friends. Have a nice time.